And then the last thing we need to work on with our branding is our introductions. And, you know, a great career coach here in Northern New Jersey that I work quite often with, Marty Latman, he says, and I absolutely agree with him, we need a total of 6 networking introductions. You need 3 that are geared towards the industry you want to work in, filled with all the jargon that the industry understands. And then you need 3 that are dumbed down for Paul, because I don't understand your industry. I don't know your jargon, so make it something I can understand, right? So we need 3 of each. We need a 10-second teaser. We need a 30-second introduction, and we need a 90-second story. And I look at it kind of this way, if you think about those. The 10-second teaser is kind of what the news anchor says going into commercial, right? Scott, I forget his last name, just dropped out of the presidential race for the Republican nomination. After commercial, come back to learn more. Right. There's the 10-second teaser. You come back from commercial and the anchor says, Scott so-and-so decided that it's no longer viable for him to be a candidate for the Republican nomination for president. Let's go to our political analyst, John, who's going to give us more details, right? So there's the 30-second. We got a little more information. We got a little more of a tease, got more questions than answers. And now we go to the reporter who's going to give us a 90-second to 2-minute story about what's going on and give us some more of the detail. We need to do the same with our introductions. We need that 10-second teaser that go, huh? Wait, what did you just say? Who are you? That's interesting. Tell me more. Leads me to the 30-second introduction, where I give a little more information and share a little bit more, but still whetting your appetite, drawing you deeper into conversation. And then that 90-second introduction, where I really give enough detail that you have an understanding of who I am and what I do, and you're still interested enough to want to learn more from me. Right? So I'm building the conversation with these 3 different introductions. Now, again, I can go into great detail about how do we create them and what do they sound like and all, but any quick questions on the concept of having 6 introductions, 1 for the jargon-filled industry, 1 that's for everyone else to understand.
Just to be clear, it sounds like from what you're saying, you always lead with the teaser, and then if there's interest, then you go into the longer introductions. You don't want to lead with the 90-second one. And
exactly, because then I'll be bored.
Yeah, have people wondering, how do I escape this guy?
Exactly, exactly. Plus, more often than not, you know, we start a conversation and I say, so Ron, tell me about yourself. And I really don't want to hear about you. I want to tell you about me, right? So I'm doing that just to get the opportunity for me to talk. It's sad that that's the way humans are, but that's the way we are. So, you know, you give your 10-second teaser and maybe you follow it with your question of, tell me about you. Right? And now we're engaging in a conversation, and we use these introductions as the predetermined conversation, right? We know what we want to say next because we've already thought about it as our 30-second introduction or our 90-second introduction. But we're never, rarely if ever, heck, you guys didn't even do it. Most groups, especially small ones like this, will take the time to say, let's everybody give our 30-second introduction so we all get to know each other and can network, right? Well, that's about the only time you're ever going to give your complete 30-second introduction uninterrupted, and then you're going to move on to the next person, and then the next person, and then the next. So use them as building blocks for your conversation.